For centuries, we've been told a simple story about the great Maya civilization. A sudden, mysterious collapse. The leading theory. A catastrophic drought that withered their crops and brought their magnificent cities to their knees. Standing at a newly uncovered dig site deep in the jungle, you can almost feel that desperation. It's the story I, Dr. Alistair Finch, have taught for years. But history, I've learned, is rarely that simple. Just this morning, my team and I unearthed something that challenges everything we thought we knew. It's an obsidian artifact, unlike any I've ever seen. The glyphs aren't standard Mayan. There's something else entirely, hinting at a different story. A story not of an ending, but of a beginning. Back in my study, surrounded by texts and theories I once held as gospel, the true meaning of these strange glyphs began to unfold. It took weeks of painstaking work, cross-referencing, and sleepless nights. The symbols didn't speak of war, famine, or drought. They told of a silent transformation. I was looking for a record of disaster, but what I found was a prophecy, a plan. The glyphs described a time when the Kawalaja, the divine kings, would willingly lay down their crowns, not in defeat, but in an act of ultimate preservation. They would shed their divine status to become one with the people, ensuring the survival of their culture not through rigid control, but through profound, deliberate change. The Maya didn't vanish, they evolved. This prophecy wasn't just philosophy, it was a map. The glyphs pointed to a specific location, a hidden chamber deep beneath the main pyramid of a forgotten city, a place untouched for 1,000 years. After securing the permits and assembling a small, trusted team, we made our descent. We weren't looking for gold or jade, but for answers. And we found them. The chamber was stark, almost monastic. There were no treasures, no royal burials. Instead, the room was lined with simple stone tablets, steely. Each one meticulously detailed the planned decentralization of power. There were contracts, social agreements, outlining the voluntary abdication of the kings, and the redistribution of resources and authority to local communities. It was a blueprint for a peaceful revolution. Presenting these findings to the academic world was the most challenging moment of my career. I stood before my peers and proposed a radical new narrative. The Great Maya Collapse was not a mystery of disappearance at all. It was perhaps one of the most remarkable stories of societal resilience in human history. It was a conscious, planned evolution away from the precariousness of autocracy and towards a more adaptable, community-based existence. The Maya didn't fall. They walked away from their stone monuments to save their people. Trading grandeur for survival, they chose to become a forest of resilient saplings, rather than a single, mighty tree vulnerable to the storm. This new chapter reminds us that true strength isn't always in holding on, but sometimes in bravely letting go. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Follow for more discoveries that rewrite our past.